what we are is pure awareness, simply a state of being aware. And these bodies, vehicles, are to allow our awareness to experience different realities. We get so caught in the world that we can see that we can't see that the real self is in the world of the unseen. And it's simply about frequency. Even mainstream science will tell you that of the mass matter that exists, etc., energy, in the observable universe, our eyes can perceive only a tiny, tiny fraction of it. Some say as low as 0.005% of what exists in the known universe is all that we call the electromagnetic spectrum. Some say a bit more, but not much. So something like 0.005% of what exists in the known universe is the electromagnetic spectrum. Visible light, which is the only part of that 0.005% that we can actually see as a world, only a fraction of that 0.005% can we actually see. And yet science pontificates about how everything is. Religion pontificates about how everything is from only the perspective of that fraction of the 0.005%. Why can we only see that ludicrously small range of frequency? Because the body can only, which I call a biological computer, in fact I saw a scientist calling it a biological computer recently. The biological computer, the body, can only decode into a visual reality that tiny, tiny band of frequency. And if we think that despite the tiny amount of reality that we can perceive, that we can make definite claims that there is no afterlife, then that's just plainly ridiculous and unbelievably arrogant. There is an infinity of existence beyond this tiny fraction of visual reality that we can perceive. And what's happening is our true self, pure awareness, the state of being aware, is experiencing for what we call a human life that tiny range of frequency. And this is why when people have what are known as near-death experiences, when they leave the body, when the body dies and then is revived, they come back in their fantastic numbers now and describe a reality that was vastly different to the one we are experiencing. A reality in which past, present, and future was all happening in the same moment, the same now, in which they could perceive multiple realities at the same time, and in which the world that they experienced of enormous expansion of awareness, of consciousness, was beyond words dramatically different to the tiny range of frequencies that we are experiencing through this biological computer in what we call a human life. Consciousness, awareness, is indestructible. It may change, and it's constantly changing. You access that amount of awareness, you're going to have the perception of a P. You expand your awareness, you're going to have a massively expanded sense of reality. And what the system wants to do, the program, is focus that attention into the smallest possible limitation, so we become easy to control. And that is the basis of why people are offered the "this world is all there is, life's a bitch and then you die" science, "we're just a cosmic accident," or "you've got to do as you're told and behave and do what God wants so that you'll have your reward tomorrow." This is why reality, and I expand on it massively in the books and the talks, this is why the reality that I've very briefly outlined is not taught in the schools, is not seen in the media, is not explored by the main body of mainstream science, because they don't want us to think about that. They don't want us to perceive that we could be infinite awareness having an experience. And in the title of my latest book, the person we think we are, our name, our income bracket, our race, our religion, whatever, is a phantom self, not the real self. And what we call our name, our life story, our race, our religion, our income bracket, is not who we are. It is who our infinite awareness is experiencing. That's all. David Icke is not me. He's an experience for the infinite me currently. And it's the same with everyone else. And so, in terms of the afterlife, there is no afterlife. And there is no before life. There is just life. And death is not the death of us. It's the end of the cycle for the vehicle, the body, the biological computer that has allowed the real us to experience this reality